Happy Friday, y'all. Hope y'all having a good Friday. I hope everyone gets to enjoy a long weekend due to the Martin Luther King holiday on Monday. My company has taken off. One of the things I just wanted to pop in, first of all, hello, how y'all? How are y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you to all of my new and old subscribers for tuning in. I'm Chanel, married, living outside of Atlanta, work as an RCM analyst for a medical tech group, medical billing coding clinic. They own clinics, all this, but they're really a startup tech building tech company. They got started during COVID. Just to give y'all a little background. So today, and it's actually started yesterday, layoffs. So I survived the layoffs, but when a company starts to lay off, my antennas, these ears start to perk up. My intention is to stay until July anyway, to make my 2 years, and more than like, I will be looking for other employment. I love the company I work for. True enough, I really do. I think we've done really great work. I love the company. But these layoffs, they're getting closer and closer to home. And as a person, one of the things that I did early on in life was to get as many skills as I possibly could in order to always be employed. I worked in positions as a director, social director, manager, supervisor, all of those things. But when my mom passed away, I took a step back from management, and I'm so happy that I did. It was the best decision I ever made because I was no longer responsible for anyone else. I was only responsible for myself, and that has been one of the biggest reliefs. It was a relief. It really was. And I've been able to enjoy my career the way that I had in the past. Whereas when you were a leader and you're leading a large team of 30 plus, 35, I don't care if it's 15, 10, at the least, my smallest group was like 18 people as a manager. And as a manager, and you're a true leader, you are a lot of things. You are a therapist, a mother. You try to fill in the gaps where your team needs you. I used to have, when COVID hit, we had a lot of people who were a little bit older than me, my age, who were so accustomed to going into the office that it was horrible for them to be at home. Oftentimes they lived alone. So going to the office with the opportunity to be around other people and to talk to other people and to interact, where now they're stuck at home and they're struggling mentally because they were not equipped to work alone and work by themselves in a way that it was really destroying their mental. And because of that, as a manager, when my employees, I'm having these one-on-ones via one-on-one meetings, via Teams meetings or whatever, they're expressing it to me, and of course, I'm like trying to give them, trying to be there for them. I'm trying to see what this is. Well, not trying to be there for them, but trying to encourage them. And as a manager, you give a whole lot of yourself. And I think people who have never been managers don't understand it. They don't understand it. What a true manager works way harder and more than their staff to pull the weight of those people who are just lazy. I'm just gonna put it out there. They're lazy. They are all about themselves. They never accept responsibility for what they do. And as an analyst, I do have a group of people that work under me. Or they have a manager. I'm not their manager, but I am their analyst. I assign their work. I tell them what they need to do. I help them when they have questions as well as their manager. And there was this one person who was just, she got in initially. I thought she was going to be really great. But she got in, as some of these people do, get in these remote positions and then slack off. Production goes down. They're not working their assignment. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. And in RCM, our job is to bring in cash, bring in money. Okay? The company owns all these clinics, all these doctors, all these nurses. And your job as an RCM biller, follow-up personnel, is to follow up on unpaid claims and bring in the cash. If you are not doing that, why do we need you? Right? So there's this one particular person. I also do quality review for the billers and the offshore people. The manager does those, so I only do two. Which it also keeps me engaged into ensuring that everyone is following the projects. They're working the claims they're supposed to. They're working them according to our processes, SOPs, and the way that they should. And this particular person just wasn't. She wasn't. And I reached out to the manager to let him know, like, hey, she's not following directions. She's not working the project. She's not doing. And so when I had my huddle, I went reiterated. When you have a project, because I put it out there, plain as day, the days of service you need to work, the pairs you need to work, the build amount that you need to work. And this same person replied, I'm not gonna go into what you said. Just know that people do not accept responsibility for what they don't do. It's always someone else's fault. And if you're one of those people who cannot take responsibility for the things that you do and don't do, you really shouldn't be working. You need to be somewhere on a lily pad or somewhere on a cloud. I don't know where you need to be, but in the workforce, you do not need to be. If there's one thing that burns my hide, is a person will not accept responsibility for what they do and don't do. Never their fault. Somebody else's fault. And you are the first to be on the chopping block. If I have a decision to make, you're the first one. You can go. There's no need for me. I'd rather a person make a mistake and come to me and say, hey, I was working this account. I think I messed it up. Can you help me? Making mistakes is not a problem. A person who think that they're safe because I got a work from home job. I don't have to work. If you're stupid enough to listen and see these dumb videos that people put out, I have 2 work from home jobs, and they show them having their computer and laying back, tapping a couple times and laying back down, or having some mouse that moves that will show that you are online. These are production jobs. You have to produce. If you're not producing, you are not needed. You're not needed. Find something else to do. I don't know what you need to do. Work from home may not be for you. Yes, it's a great thing to be able to work from home, but if you're not in it to do your job, find something else to do. Stop wasting your time and everybody else's. You're not going to be able to keep that job, and maybe you don't care. If you don't care, you know who don't care more than you do? Me. So yes, we have layoffs today. I'm not going to say everybody that was affected in the layoff were people who were underperformers, because that's not true. But there were some that were. Those who did their jobs every day, came to work, did what they were supposed to do, and were let go, my hearts go out to them. My heart goes out to them. Because at any time it could be me. I'm grateful that it's not, but it could be me. It could be any of us. The time of job security is almost a wrap. Although I work in an industry where I feel like I would find another position, but I like where I am now because I've been here a year, almost going on 2 years, and I'm very knowledgeable of what I need to do. So familiar with the processes. I'm comfortable. I learn a lot, so I like it. But I just wanted to say, if you're a young person who has gone to college, gone to a 9-month, 9-week, whatever, and you have some sort of vacation or a degree, Get as much behind your belt as you possibly can. I know people want to say be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is hard. I don't know why people make it look easy. You are not only working 40 hours a week, you're working 7 days a week, 8 hours a day pretty much when you're working for yourself. Do not be bought into thinking, oh, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur is easier. I work for myself. You gonna be working all types of hours. You're not gonna be a 8 to 5 and you off and you got PTO and you got sick time and you got insurance. You don't have that. I've done entrepreneurship. It's not for me. I prefer to work for a company that has great benefits and great pay. That is what you need to be concentrating on. What right now is a hot job that pays a lot of money, and learn that skill. That doesn't mean you have to go to college, but you need a skill of some sort. If that's what you want. If it ain't, it ain't. But I got into the field that I'm in because I did my research. 20 plus years ago, working as a correctional officer in my early 20s, who knew that was not what I wanted to do. And I did all the research I needed to do. I figured out medical billing and coding was up and coming, got a job, took a 9-week certification job that was nothing, got a job, and I have built myself from there. I started from the bottom, and I've gone as far as I wanted to go. And everyone should do that. Just my opinion. Right now, be skilled in many things so that if one thing fails, you got something else you can go to. And so for some people, that may be too much. But for me, it's comforting that I'm also a coder. I've been in management. Now I'm an analyst. So I know a lot of different tactics to do certain things. So I feel confident in my skill level. And I feel good about who I am as a person, as a leader, as an employee. I'm just saying, people, you're working from home. Do your freaking job. That's all I have to say. I hope you all having a great Friday. And we will chat with you all later. Smooches.